Hi guys, welcome to NAT 5 and 5. We're going to be doing some graphing or sketching of y equals x squared and y equals negative x squared. So let's have a look. Okay, so I've just set up a table of values for y equals x squared. So we're going to start up here with y equals x squared. So if x is equal to negative 2, you will replace the x with negative 2. So negative 2 squared, which is going to give you 4. So your y, which is your output, is going to give you 4. The coordinate is negative 2, 4. So I'll plot it on the graph. Negative 2 along, so negative 1, negative 2, and then 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's my point there. If I keep going now, I have my x is negative 1 now, so y equals negative 1 all squared. Negative 1 all squared just means negative 1 multiplied by negative 1, which is just 1. So your output, or your y, is equal to 1. So your coordinate is negative 1, 1. So if I go negative 1 along the x-axis, let's say the x-axis, obviously that's your y, and then 1 up. This is my coordinate here. And then if your x value is equal to 0, y equals 0 squared, which is just 0. So your coordinate is 0, 0, which is plotted right here. If your x value is 1 squared, which is just 1. Coordinates 1, 1, 1 along, 1 up here. And then last, for this table of values, we've got x equals 2. So y equals 2 all squared equals 4. Coordinate is 2 along and 4 up. So 1, 2 along and 4 up. Okay, and if you join everything together, it should give you a shape that looks like this. And this is called a parabola. Now anything like this here, an x squared will always be a parabola like this here. So what does y equals negative x squared look like? So if we start again with x is equal to negative 2. Now you've got that negative on the outside here. That negative stays there. You replace just this x with whatever number you've got in your table of values. So it's going to be negative. Then open up the brackets, negative 2 squared. Just this negative 2 is being squared, but you've still got that negative on the outside. So your answer is going to be negative 4. So your coordinate, negative 2, negative 4. So 1, 2 along, 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. What's your coordinate there? Next one, when x is negative 1. Again, this bracket, negative 1 squared is 1, but then you've got this negative on the outside, so it's negative 1. So we've got negative 1, which is here. X is 0, so 0 squared, which is 0. So the coordinate 0, 0, which is here. Next one, you can see what's happening here. 1 squared, which is 1. So your coordinate is 1, 1. Sorry, I did that wrong. It's a negative on the outside here, so negative 1. Sorry guys, so 1, negative 1, which is here. And then if your input is 2, it's negative 2 squared, so you bracketed that one there. 2 squared is 4, you've got the negative on the outside, so it's negative 4. Put 2, negative 4, 2 along, negative 4 down. So again, the graph should look like this here. Now it's so important, such an important skill to be able to recognise when you're looking at quadratic functions or quadratic equations, quadratic formulas. They've got lots of different names. Quadratic functions just mean like an input and an output. You need to recognise that x squared. So if you see that x squared, you know it's going to be in the shape of that parabola, that first one. And we often refer that to a smiley face, just to remember it. And the other one, negative x squared, you can refer to it as a sad face. So let's have a look at the next slide. So again, like I said, I've just drawn a little happy face and a little sad face. So for this first one here, if you've got an x squared, you can have other x's and other numbers added to it, you really want to just be looking at that x squared to identify the shape of it. If you've got an x squared like that there, it will always be like this here, a parabola shape. Again here I've got an x squared and I've got 6x taken away from it and also 8, but that x squared is the most important one, and again it's going to be in the parabola shape. If I look over here to my sad shape, again you're looking out for that negative x squared. You've got 4 adding on to this, but it doesn't matter, it's still going to be that same shape, that sad face. And again, these two are very similar to each other, but I've got a negative on the outside of this x squared, so this one again is going to be a sad face. So it's a really important skill just to be able to identify that x squared and know what your shape looks like, or identify that negative x squared and know what your shape looks like. Okay guys, thanks very much for watching. See you soon, bye.